Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's the AFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. The New England Patriots taking on the Houston Texans.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Gain on the play. Brings up second.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Third down. It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
He'll drop to throw. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Taylor
again, the ball carrier.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Patriots take over.
So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, Could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and
as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
a gain of 2.
He'll look to throw. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
3rd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Nifty move. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
1st and 10.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now back out comes the offense. One semi-factor, if you want to call it that was brought up in the papers this morning here, Charles. You got a dome team on the road in a cold weather environment, first round of the playoffs in January. Do you think that's a big deal?
Ordinarily, I say no. But in this situation, because you're used to that perfectly controlled environment, some coaches will want their teams exposed to it. And if you're coming from a warm weather place and, even getting outside of your dome doesn't really help you, a lot of times they'll go on the road a little bit earlier. Go to a cold weather place, go to a place where there's a little bit of weather and practice there that week before the game to try and simulate the conditions they expect come game day.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Houston.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle.
Complete to Will.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick six last time out. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And Cooks has it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll run here with Taylor. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with second and goal coming up. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one makes it 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Texans 7.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Hutchins. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. To throw now on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
the pass.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. New England on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Houston set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of 4 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
The pass intended for Will Fuller. Incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. The tight end, Dalton Keene, the target. And now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
He spots his tight end Keene over the middle. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Hutchins. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Offense.
Unbelievable. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
He's taken
only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down.
On the move to his left. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Brings up third down.
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
It's taken to the 26. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. throwing here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Out of the gun now on third down. He may try and run for this. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morales. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Ball carried.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
14-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And he fires one incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? A bullet throw, but incomplete. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage.
Makes the score Patriots 26, Texans 7.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 12.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Houston.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on first down. Taylor down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
His kick is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16.
Patriots 26, Texans 10.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
2nd and 5. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Hutchins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hutchins. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Take over first.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. 3rd down here.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Intended for Jonathan Taylor. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to 13.
Patriots 26, Texans 13.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Hutchins. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Hutchins, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Taylor. That's complete.
The pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Ross Blacklock.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on
this late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
A gain of 6 there on first. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself and play.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
The 38-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Hutchins. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Makes the score Patriots
And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to
under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
Patriots 37, Texans 13.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he dumps this off over the middle. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
Not much there, only a yard. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans get a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught off the deflection. And he is going to lose yardage here.
The score, Patriots 30.
Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Getting into the playoffs is one thing.